Okay, peace. Grand Rising. 747 24/7, 361 degrees. Peace to the movement. How y'all feeling today? Allow me to do some invites. Peace to the family. We are logging in at 8:01 here in California. I'm pretty sure it's 11:01 on the East Coast. Shout out. I like to say I love y'all. Grand Rising, all that good stuff. Like I said, let me let me do some invites and some shares. Today is the first of the month, which is 614 in the codex. I'll also put that in the comment section as well. All right. Peace to the movement. Peace to all the messiahs. Peace to everybody watching in the YouTube, everybody watching in the Facebook. It is what it is. All right. So we are coming up on the 90-day water fast, which is February 1st of 2022. Hopefully y'all are ready for that. You're ready for that. Okay. I'll put the email in the comments. I'll put the email in the bottom. So that way, for the people that don't have the book, I'll send you the book. All right. I'll send that book to you. So, like I said, Grand Rising, yo. Peace. How y'all feeling, man? Yeah, peace to the family. All right. So for the people that have been following the movement and been following the message, it has been a challenge issued. It has been a challenge issued. All right. And the challenge that was issued is the fact that we said everybody should create their own digital diary, all right, of sort. Now, I suggested that everyone get two diaries, which is one for your dreams and one for your physical world, all right? But you can do it however you feel. A lot of times people will write their dreams in one diary as well as whatever happened through the course of their day in the diary. All right. You can do that if that's how you feel, whatever that makes you feel comfortable to make you you know, just share the information more to yourself. Okay. So that is the challenge. Creating your own digital diary, your own digital diary. Now you might ask me, how do I create my own digital diary? All right. What I suggest, what I suggest is that you name an email such and such dot diary. Like for instance, like you might call it your name or something like that, and then dot diary at gmail.com or at whatever email that you choose. You know what I mean? And it I think it'll work out better like that. And when you do your diary, I would suggest as well as you do time logs, like you write the date in the codex and you write the date in the Gregorian calendar as well. When you send the email to yourself, it will be a timestamp on what time you sent that email to yourself. So that's the hottest thing about creating a digital diary. All right. Um so yeah, I really would hope people would move in that direction Especially if you're working on becoming a new version of yourself. You have to have somebody has to tell your story. Nobody can tell your story. In my heart, nobody can truly tell your story like you can. All right. So, yeah, we have come into a new cycle, or people consider it to be a new year. I really don't consider it to be a new year because, you know, I want us to really come out of what was given to us in a version of time. You know, they gave us time. It was given to us by a pope or a father. And I'm gonna say this, like, it's like almost like they took the Bible scripture and flipped it up because it's a Bible scripture that says, no one knows the time of the end of the age except for the Father. If you read that, it's a scripture. I'm gonna pull it up. And then what it is that the Father so happens to be the Pope. Y'all hear me? Peace to Sister Dulcina. Y'all understand? Like, I'll bring that scripture up. Listen. No one knows the end of the age except for the Father. Bible verse. Look this up. This is Matthew 24:36. It says about the hour, about the day. This I'm gonna go to King James Version, and I'll put it in the comment section. I'll put it in the comment section. It says, um, but the day and the hour knoweth no man, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. And it's a blasphemous claim in a sense because who changed the time? The Father. The Father, who is the Pope. Pope is known as the Father. All right. So that's one of the reasons why I said, man, I'm not going, I want our people to more or less gravitate away from their time. Now, if you deal with Sharia law, you take on the Mohammedan calendar. That's another thing. Like, I would respect somebody that goes by the Mohammedan calendar rather than the Gregorian calendar, to be honest. And then for real, it's certain rules and regulations that apply when you start tapping into a different variation of time. So that's important. I see I see you, Noelia. Peace, Noelia. Shout out Puerto Rico in the building. Tell my nephew Jerome I said what's up. I see y'all watching from Puerto Rico. Peace. Shout out to Puerto Rico in the house. All my Boricua family, I love y'all. I shall be returning very soon. All right. So yeah, moving forward, um this is all about becoming a new version of yourself. And it is not an easy task. I know that because we are saturated in the world that literally makes us forget. Like, one thing I wanted to tell y'all, the most important thing about you creating your diary, your digital diary, is that you are likely to not forget what happened. For some strange reason, in my heart, I think we're supposed to remember every day. Am I right or wrong? Like, in my heart, I feel as though I should be able to remember every day of my life. I should be able to reference it in some sort of way by my own intent, not somebody else recording me, but me recording myself. This is how I feel because why? I might have to refer to a certain point in my day or in my time for the present moment to solve a present problem. Because whether you know it or not, we're going through like strange loops. We're going through a whole bunch of strange loops, like time. Like we call them, sometimes people call them, they call them cycles, but essentially it is 11:11 on the East Coast. It's a 8:11 right now in California. All right. Yo, listen, it's a loop. It's a loop, man. All this stuff is almost like a loop. You break the loops and create other loops in a sense. All right. Or other cycles. All right. So that's the thing that you got to peep out. That's why I tell people, I said, man, yo, listen, man, some people are in the matrix. They are in the matrix. Really. You see that movie, it is like a definition of real life. It's a definition of what's really going on in life. Some people are really stuck or locked in a matrix mentality. All right. And some people have broken free from the matrix. And you say, so where are they going? Where are they going? What type of city? I'm telling you, they came out of the matrix and they came into the book. And you say, well, what does the book have to do with this? Because when you read the book, like let's say if I go into the Bible, let's say if I go into various different books, holy books, I see my story in the book. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the book itself. It's the fact that I can find myself in the book. I'm no longer in the matrix. All right. And then you might say, well, what book, Lamel? Well, every book or every archive is a part of our story. All right. It is a part of who we are. It's a part of our tree. It's a part of how we connect up. Thank you, Donna. You already know. Thank you. Peace and love. I'm explaining how to come into the new version of yourself. Can you share the video? I appreciate it. Okay. So, yeah, we came into a new year, but we came into a new cycle as well. Y'all hear me? We came into a new, like, think about it. If y'all follow the Codex time, right? The Codex time, all the last 28, today is the first of the month. Everybody should do their first of the month ritual today. You should have did, or you should, get into the habit of doing your first of the month ritual. You might say, well, what is the first of the month ritual? Okay. I'm going to explain that real quick. Thank you for everybody coming in. Share the video. Share the video. Look out for the cookout. Thank you for everybody watching on the YouTube, everybody watching on the Facebook. All right. So, what I was explaining here is about becoming the new version of yourself. All right. So, now, you need a clock of sort. You need a calendar. You need a way to define this moment. All right. So, we have come into a new age called information. Y'all hear me? Information, or what we call Aquarius or Tanun. Okay. So now it's time to embrace this new age along with the new version of yourself. It's time to embrace that. Now, how you would do that, you're given a new calendar. All right. Thank you, Brother John. Thank you, Brother John. I miss you too, Noelia. Definitely. I miss Jerome. I miss y'all. I'll be glad when I come to Puerto Rico to see y'all. Yes. So, hear me out. You have been given a new calendar, okay? And the new calendar has 14 months, and each month consists of 28 days. It's literally bringing you back to the 7. All right? Creation was manifested in a sense of 7. Even if you think of like the 10th week of a baby, when it's baby's created, the main features of the brain, or the 11 parts of the brain, main parts of the brain, are created within the 10th week, which is a variation of 70 days. All right. So 7 in creation, it represents layers of sort, things layer in a sense of 7. All right. Even the skin, the skin, that the spheres, or what we call the skin plasma that goes around the planet, is in 7 layers. Okay, so 7 is very important. So you got 392 days in a calendar, 14 times 28, 14 months of 28 days. All right. So we have come into the first day. Okay. Today's the first of the month, 614 in a codex. Okay. Now, your first of the month ritual is this: when you wake up in the morning, you actually give your urine, you collect your urine, and you give it to a tree. You give it to a familiar tree. All right. You give it to the soil of the tree. You don't pour it on the tree. You just give it to the soil of the tree. All right. That is the first of the month ritual. Male and female do the same thing. All right. So more or less, it's just a way to connect up with the planet. All right. Biologically. You know what I mean? Through a certain cycle. And but anyhow, you know, last month was the month of new beginnings and becoming new. That was the cycle that we went through for 28 days. All right, we're just working on. And another nickname I call the fifth number. The fifth number, another nickname that I call the fifth number is um the baby hero. Because when you're taking on these new beginnings, you don't do everything at once. You take on little things at a time. And that's what I wanted to tell people in reference to becoming new. You know, you can't take on all things at once. You got to make things a certain concentration. You concentrate on one thing at a time and get your focus straight so you can move forward and master the next thing. All right. So that's another thing I wanted to share with everyone that's like working on going to school. You know, like I'm in college right now. A lot of people that are in school, they're doing different training, different aspects of whatever, and they're trying to juggle life. The best thing I can say is concentrate on one thing at a time, and submerge yourself within the information as well, and you will become it. All right. Now, thank you again. We have come into the new age, which is called information. All right. So today so happens to be 614. So this month right here deals with responsibility. It deals with a sense of responsibility, but it's also called something else. Fatu. This is the month of Fatu, or the tying of the knot. You hear me? The tying of the knot. This is the month of making agreements. The tying of the knot. Because when you see the number 6, which is the 6th month, you would think this number 6 looks like you don't understand. It looks like a knot, like somebody tying a knot. That's what it really represented. I can take you back to it, like for instance, um the like when you see the wa in Arabia, all right, which is where this number 6 was grafted from, the wa, all right, in Arabic. Now you might see 666, it'd be wah wah wah, or www, all right, like www dot such and such. The 6 designation is wah, all right. That would be almost the same thing, all right. But like I said, when you look at the pictorial image of Wa, which is the 6 letters, peace to the Hebrew law group in the building, Ucha, salutations to the family. You already know. Listen, you got the Wa is the 6th letter, but the Wa, let me tell you what the Wa means, right? The Wa actually represents the ear. It represents the ear, but it's another thing that the Wa represents in Arabia. It represents the tying of the knot, the tying of the knot. Because when they talk about how you hold on to one to the rope of Allah as one Jama, as one family. When they talk about that, what you got to understand is that when Allah extends his toe, right? You're led blindfoldedly with the rope. You got to have your eyes closed. You're led blindfoldedly through the rope. With the rope, that's the rope of Allah, because you don't know how long this rope is. This rope can go forever, because forever and ever and ever and ever, because Allah's information is that vast. All right. So what Allah does is Allah gives you knots in the rope. Allah allows you to tie the knot in the rope, in a sense, because these knots that you tie in the rope represent your agreements. All right. They represent the agreements you keeping to your word, as well as holding on to the rope of Allah. All right. So as you move and climb up this rope, and you notice that you have these knots that you tie, it becomes easier for you to navigate upward. All right. So it would be Fatu. Now remember, Fatu deals with the morning of activities. All right. When you talk about Fatu, like for instance, we in the 6th month. All right. This is the first day of the 6th month. All right. Listen, Fatu, the month is called Fatu. Fatu deals with the morning of activities. It deals with waking up early. It deals with connecting up with everything that deals with the morning of activities. All right. So now think about how the month of new beginnings, now this is the month of early risings. All right. Because the first prayer that you make is what? It's called Fatiha. All right. Now, Fatu or Fata also represents the opening, to open something up. Now, you might say, well, what is being opened up? It's the same thing as being opened up is in you is what was opened up in Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. What was opened up in him was his sadr, his chest. His chest got opened up and it expanded a certain way to make room for his heart to grow. All right. Because when he received that word and became a new person, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when he received that word from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through Gabriel, if you believe the story or not, guess what? He had to have something black taken off his heart before he can move forward. You know what I'm saying? He had to have his chest expanded in a certain way. And then he had to have something cleared off his heart in order for him to move or proceed forward with this message that was given to him. All right. It's almost the same thing as us in these days and time. Like it's a blackness on our heart. It's mud on our boots when we come into God's temple, because we come and bring in all the other shit, the same shit that we've been dealing with, thinking we can bring it into the new, and we can't. All right. Certain things that you consider to be your new self, you're going to have to make a decision to say, yo, look, listen, you know, I'm going to embrace the new me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to work hard in it, because trust me, it's work to be done within that new version of yourself. And it's success on a horizon for those that persevere. Real simple. It's success on a horizon for those that truly persevere through every challenge and endeavor. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring this back to what I was talking about the 90-day water cleanse. All right. Are you ready for this, man? Are you ready for the 90-day water cleanse? Look, y'all got, I'm going to start doing the countdown into the 90-day water cleanse. All right. The 90-day water cleanse is February 1st of 2022. Okay. And I'm going to tell y'all this too right now, so we'll all get this straight. Yo, um, February 7th is going to be a holy day. You might say, why is it a holy day out of nowhere? Why is it February 7th a holy day out of nowhere? Because in the Gregorian calendar, it would be February 7th, but in the Codex, it would actually be a date like no other. February 7th will be 777 in the Codex. Now, what's so different about the Codex time? Let me tell y'all something. It is a combination of those numbers, 2,160 years. All right. Through all those days, I think it's like 180,000, something like that days, right? Throughout those days, you have a time log for each day that is very significant and very unique. That's what's going on here. Each day is unique. The combination of numbers will never be the same on the next day. All right, I'm just telling you. That's how the Codex calendar rolls. All right. It'll never be the same. So when you see an alignment of sort, all right, like we have chronologists that are working on a calendar right now, people that are learning the calendar and becoming chronologists uh to chronologize time and show and find out when these dates and alignments happen, just like in old times before. All right. But the problem is that people, they took the calendar away from the people. They took the holy calendars, the tribal calendars, away from the people, and they gave you a Gregorian calendar. So the shaman of various different times, when y'all gave these shaman, y'all took away time from them. You was working on a way to take away their ability to predict in a certain way, because the future is not for certain. But let me tell you one thing about the future. It's not it's going to rain. Forget, put it this way. It's going to rain, but you just don't know where the rain is going to land at. I want you to think about the future in that sense, how you navigate in the prediction of future events. Yeah, it's going to rain, but you don't know where it's going to rain. You don't know how it's going to rain. You don't know the impact of the rain, because the future is always malleable. All right. But this is a way to measure the energies of each day of sort. All right. Like today is 614 in the codex. So 614 would represent the Fatu. Fatu was early risings, new beginnings. No, no, no. Early risings out of new beginnings, because Fatu would be the opening. And also Fatu represents the tying of the knot, or what some say the gift and the curse, which represents power and responsibility. And then you got the one, which is the first of the month, which represents harukment. It represents movement or wholeness. All right. Working on being whole with oneself. Okay. Then you got four. Four represents successful outcome. Okay. Or four can represent stability as well. All right. So these are the concentrated forces that we would literally navigate ourselves through to understand how to deal with the moment. All right. So now this sharing some more thoughts with y'all. Listen, in the 90-day water cleanse, you got four disciplines, all right, which is El Takik, El Tajdid, um, El El Muktafia, El Tajdid, El Takik, El man, I'm slipping my mind. I'm blowing my mind right now. Excuse me. It's my fault. It's El Raju, which is the beginning one. My fault, y'all. Excuse me. I just had a little brain, whatever. But in the beginning, you have El Raju, you got El Tajdid, then you got El Takik, and then you got El Muktafia. All right, these are the four disciplines. Each one represents a different way of growing oneself. All right, El Raju represents the beginning. All right, or the returning. When you return back to the elders, all right, when you are um giving reference to the elders, because the first thing you do in the 90-day water cleanse, all right, is that you drink 8 to 10 ounces of water when you wake up. All right. That's the first thing that touches your lips, besides giving reference to the universe. You should give reference to the universe at first. That's the first thing that should touch your lips. Thank you, universe. Whatever you call your God, whatever you call your spiritual force of supremacy, you tap into it and give reference and say thanks. You know what I'm saying? And then what touches your lips is the water because you return back to it because we come from the water, the essence of the water. And then you do El Taj Deed, which is the first meal. And your first meal is fruit. Everybody in the 90-day water cleanse should be eating fruit at the first meal. Okay. Now, people ask me, well, can I do it in a smoothie? Yeah, you can do it in a smoothie. But one thing is, you need to know it is no sugar allowed in the 90-day water cleanse. None. No sugar, no refined sugar at all. Don't put none of that syrupy sugar, none of that whatever sugar. No, nothing. Just deal with natural sugar, yo, from fruits and vegetables. All right. Um, and don't try to refine it in any type of way. Okay. So the the second meal, which is El Tajdid, it has 9 attributes, and I'll break that down. All right. And then you got El Takik, which is the fulfilling. All right. Which is the meal after the fruit. All right. This would be your second meal because your first meal is fruit. Your second meal would be a preferred diet, whatever you choose to eat. If you want to lose weight or you don't want to lose weight in the fast, you will decide what you want to eat. You will eat starchy type of but like rice or something like that. Even though they say it can, some of that stuff creates sugar in your body, but that is naturally permitted. Rice, you know what I'm saying? Noodles and different things like that. That's permitted in the 90-day water cleanse. All right. But depending on what how you want to gain weight or lose weight is what you will eat in your preferred diet. All right. And then at your last meal is a non-processed meal. Very simple. It is something that you do not cook. You don't cook the meal. Maybe it's a salad, maybe it's a whatever. You just chop it up and you eat it. Allow your body the opportunity to cook the meal with it. So that is the last meal, which is muktafia, which represents the sustaining. All right. So a lot of this stuff is very important with this 90-day water cleanse because you might think it's easy, but it's 90 days of really discipline. And it all deals with the water. Like if you go into the Bible, water is mentioned 722 times. 722 times they mention water. And what's so deep about it, they mention the word water more than the word God in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They mention the word water more than the word God in the Bible. So that got to be something that resonate with you, how important um water is. All right. So yeah, then you go to it's a verse that talks about this. It's Quran. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's Quran chapter 2381. Let me see if I can do that. You go to Quran 2381. It says this. Excuse me. It says, and we sent down water from heaven in proper quantity, and we made the earth its dwelling, and we are able to take it away. All right. Shout out to Chocolate. Oh man, I miss you. I miss you. Thank you for coming back. I really appreciate your presence. Thank you. Thank you. Definitely miss the family. Thank you for coming back. All right. So, you know, in the Quran, it actually talks about how man, or what you consider to be man, was created from El Ma, which is the water, even before the earth. Even before we was created from the Adamah, we were actually created from the water first. All right. So, you know, thank you. It's all love. Yeah. We were actually created from the water first. So that's important. The water is the essence of our soul. So when we're doing this 90-day water cleanse, we're actually going back to the essence of who we are. Yo, your job is to drink at least close to a gallon of water or a gallon and a half, depends on your body weight. All right. The next duty is for you to have a great state of mind while you're doing this, man. Don't be showing off. Don't be acting weird. Don't be like, I'm fasting. People don't do that. We don't do that. Even though this is a community fast, all right, different people are doing it for different reasons, all right? What everyone should be doing a fast for is to connect with their creator. Now, if you're doing a fast to lose weight and you want to be down with this situation because you just want to lose weight, okay, well, so be it. But I'm telling you, you will benefit more if you apply a spiritual measure to it and not just say, man, I'm in it to just lose weight. Because I didn't help a lot of people lose weight doing this 90-day water cleanse. I've actually, or us, I'm not going to say me because me is we, but we as a movement, we help probably, I'm gonna get a calculated, I'm gonna start calculating how much weight people lost. I be like, yo, how much weight do you lose? I be like, man, we we knocked off a ton. We knocked off this many pounds. That's what I'm gonna do. If I have a theoretical idea or hypothesis of last year, I know that we probably did about 2 tons. People lost about 2 tons. I got 60 pounds. I got 70 pounds here. Man, I lost 50 pounds. I lost 30. I lost 50. I got so many whatevers. People showing me like, yo, man, I'm cut. Oh man, I'm looking good. Skin is looking beautiful. Like it was a transformation with so many people. So many people had their transformation moment during the 90-day water cleanse. I'm dead serious, man. And I was so happy in my heart to change somebody's life for the better. Forget all Facebook, forget all whatever, man. It's just to know that you made a difference in a certain way where people take initiative to do something different with their life. All right. And that's how you change the world, yo. That's how you change the world, man. Real talk. It ain't about, it's just about living, man, and living and doing the right thing and creating things that people can understand that is transformational within life. All right. This another verse, Quran verse for y'all, man. People say, yo, Lamel, you don't use the Quran enough. Okay, well, let's start slaying it with the Quran too. All right, so Quran 264, it says, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and in the alteration of night and day, in the ships that sail the oceans for the benefit of mankind, in the water which Allah sent down from the heavens and brought with it life to earth, after being dead, and gave life in it to every kind of land animal, and in directing the winds and the clouds that are enslaved between the heavens and the earth. All these are signs for people who comprehend. All right. So, what it says right there in the Quran is that, of course, this is a science. People like, man, it's a far fetched science. Yo, look, the water is what brought life to this planet. Very simple. And the water within you as well is what brought life to this planet. The soul, that is the soul. Now remember, the water takes the shape of any vessel, and the vessel is your body. That's what it is. All right. So yeah, man. Um, but going back, it's important that people know that this 90-day water cleanse is needed. It's needed for you. It's needed for the family. I would start to buy my water now. Start buying a lot of water. Water this, water that, water this, black water. Oh, don't get no flavor water. Only no flavor water because a lot of stuff have sugar in it. Yo, look at them flavor waters. They got sugar in them. Be careful. All right. I like to drink carbonated water sometimes too. Carbonated water is permitted in the 90-day water cleanse. No flavor carbonated water, but carbonated water is also permitted. Um, yeah, man. So let me give you another Quran verse. Quran 21:30. Excuse me. See if I can do that. Quran 21:30. I'll put that in the comment section for everybody. Quran 21:30, yo. It says this: do not those who disbelieve see that the heavens and the earth were meshed together. Then we ripped them apart, and then we made of water everything living. Would they still not believe? That's what I told you. Even the Quran talks about this. And like people look for certain stuff in the Bible for just confirmation of reality, but a lot of stuff is in the Quran as well. A science is in the Quran. This is a science. It talks about how everything literally came from water. Everything. All life. You know what I'm saying? And these are signs for people that know. That people that know, that do the diligent research and find out, you know, it's something really spectacular to creation if you appreciate it for what it's worth. All right. It's something very majestic about creation if you appreciate it for what it's worth as well. All right. So, yes, the 90-day water cleanse, man. Yo, it's important to get yourself ready, man. Yo, thank you. It's important to get yourself ready for the 90-day water cleanse. I would I would prep myself by getting water. I would stop eating things that with a lot of sugar. Don't be like, man, it's the last day, so I'm eating my candy bar now. Man, come on, man. Just do your best to wean yourself off of those things. So when the day comes, what I would start doing is I would start drinking my water now. I would start getting myself ready. I would start eating my fruit in the morning. I would start doing all these things now. I would let fruit touch my stomach before uh solid food. Why is that? Because whether you know it or not, like in the 90-day water cleanse, we eat fruit before the regular solid meal because the stomach is acidic and you need different things to digest food, like acid. It's various different acids in your stomach to digest food, whether you know it or not. By you eating citrus type of fruits and various different fruits, you preparate your stomach, the condition of your stomach for the solid food that you're about to eat. So thus the digestion process is that much more effective. You absorb the nutrients even more from your food. I'm just telling you, if you want to know how this stuff goes down, how your body starts to function like a well-oiled machine, I'm giving it to you right now. Yeah, you eat the fruit. It preparates your body with acids, your stomach with acids, ready for the solid food to enter you. And when it enters you, it has a bunch of soldiers ready, hyped up for digestion. And then not only that, it's going to give you vitality. You eating fruit in the morning, besides coffee and whatever, and drinking water in the morning, trust me, it's going to give you vitality. You were like, man, I know a lot of us like our coffee. Want to put that down, man. Put that down. We like our tea in the morning. We like our tea at night. Man, put that down. Tea is not permitted. Tea is not permitted in 90-day water cleanse. All right. Only tea that you can make, I'm going to tell you the tea that you can make. If you got hot water and you put an orange or you put grapefruit or you put any type of fruit in the hot water, that's the only tea that's permitted. Have you ever made a tea like that? I don't know. For the people that support the movement, Have you ever made a tea like that? That is good tea, where you take a piece of fruit and you put it in the joint in warm water, and you take it in that way. All right. So yes, definitely, it's you're going to be winners. Let me hop out. Definitely, y'all. Everyone here is going to be winners. Everyone that gets this experience, y'all are going to be winners. Y'all are going to be winners. All right. I'm gonna say this too. Shout out to the family. I'm out here in California, enjoying some good moments. Just doing a couple things, as well as setting up for the pilgrimage vacation. Okay, the pilgrimage vacation that we're gonna have this year is gonna be right here where I'm at. This is the place that we're gonna be. Um, June 17th. All right, this year we're gonna have the sixth. No, this will be the sixth annual pilgrimage vacation. All right, this will be the 6th year that we have congregated as a family to do something great. So I'm give everyone here an open invitation. If you're interested in the pilgrimage vacation, you can email the movement, and the emails at the bottom of the screen, and I'll tell you more about what it's all about. Now, when you come out here, we're going to be doing baptisms. Okay, it's all about becoming a newer version of yourself. Now, you have to prepare yourself for the pilgrimage vacation by doing the 90-day water cleanse. Okay, because by you doing the water cleanse, you're actually going to have the water inside yourself to prepare yourself for the baptism of fire. The only way you can extinguish the fire is with the water within. And that's what the fast prepares you for as well. All right. So we're going to have a baptism of water, and we're going to have a baptism of fire. Okay. Um, June 17th, the weekend of June 17th, 18th, and 19th. Now, if you're interested, come out here to Newport Beach, California. You might ask, how much is lodging? Lodging costs $150 a day. All right. If you're interested for a cottage on the beach, or a cottage on the lake or the dune, it costs $150 a day. Now, it's a secret to this. If you're trying to bunk up with somebody, or you're trying to link up with somebody, you can get a hot cottage, and y'all can go half on it. And y'all can be out here living like Don Megas, as well as doing a good spiritual retreat. All right. So I'm sending out an open invitation for all the Messiah Code movement, as well as, various different people that are interested in, information that will, take their spiritual journey to the next level. You can come out here and be a part of what we got going on June 17th, 18th, and 19th. All right. So, I am the Solar Prime Supreme Minister of the Messiah Code movement. My job is to share good news to the family, good hope, wishes, and dreams, as well as to fulfill many things that we have inside of us, which is our potential. And I have many jobs or many hats that I wear within this movement, but the main thing is about changing the world and making this world somewhat different. All right, our world that we live in somewhat different. Now the planet is going to do what it do, but it's up to us to do our part and make our claim and state our claim and efforts to make that change happen. All right. So yes, I want to say I love y'all. Shout out to the movement. Make sure that you preparate yourself for this journey. All right. That's going to take place June 17th, 18th, and 19th. All right. Get out here to California, and take some time out your life and really enjoy the moment and work on the spiritual you. And trust me, you know, you're going to benefit from it. You're going to benefit from coming out here. You're going to benefit from being a part of a spiritual family, and you're going to benefit from just concentrating and focusing on yourself for the moment. All right. You're not going to be able to YouTube this experience. I'm going to tell you. You're not going to be able to say, man, Google this, such and such, such and such. Because certain things that we do is it's not secrecy, but it's sacrecy. It's held sacred. Certain things that we do out here is very sacred. So I need you to know that if you want that type of level of solar standing, it is here for you within the Messiah Code movement. So yeah, make sure that you're working on your wound do. Everybody working on your wound do. It's important, man. You work on these things, man. The wound do. These are spiritual exercises. Like these are psychic self defenses that we have here for you. You should be working on that. Everybody should be working on their wounded. You say, well, how I do wounded? Wounded is very simple. It's 7 moves. It's 7 moves going around a circle. You're doing 7 moves going around a circle. 7 moves going around a circle. It's very simple. Everybody should be doing this psychic self defense. Psychic self defense. Everybody should be practicing this stuff. All right? Shua Wutala. These are things that are part of our tribe, of our tribal function. These are things that represent that we bring to the world. This is what we came to bring to the world. Resolution, man. Real life and inspiration and love. You know what I mean? So peace to everybody that supports the movement. I want to tell you, man, make sure that you stay close to home. Make sure that you stay close to this information. I know it's not easy or whatever because it's so many things hitting you from so many angles. All right. But the idea is just to live it, man. The best way I can tell you that you can get this information or learn the Messiah Code faster is just by living it. You know what I'm saying? Start writing the codex. You know what I mean? Start seeing the numbers. You start seeing numbers, start writing it down like, man, I saw such and such number, and start to decipher the numbers because you have a way to decipher the number. All right? Shout out to Sister Andrea. What's up? Thank you. I love you, Andrea. What's up? Shout out to you. Hopefully everything's going good. It's nice to hear from you. Thank you. I'm here in California. I'm just sending out an open invitation, sis, for all the people that's been following the movement, been rocking out for years. We're having our 6th annual pilgrimage vacation, June 17th, 18th, and 19th. All right, and I will hope to see you there, Sister Andrea, and various other people that it's mad. It's so much love, so much love. All right, we've been through a journey together, literally. Okay, but I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I will be broadcasting time in and time out throughout this day. And I'm going to build on the nature of the first of the month and how we should embrace this energy of new beginning. I'm not excuse me, of wholeness, but also of Fatu, which represents the morning of activities, or also the tying of the knot or responsibilities. All right, the power when you're given power and responsibility. I'm going to end up talking about that throughout the course of the day or through the course of my broadcast. All right. And I will also go to the tree of life today. It is my goal to get to the tree of life as well. All right. And get a couple fruits from the tree of life and take it back to the East Coast with me. All right. But I love y'all. 747 24/7, 361 degrees. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube. Shout out to everybody in the Facebook. You said I would love you to be on my show. Hit me, bro. Seriously. Okay. I would love to be on your show. I would love definitely to be on your show. It's hot. This person walking through with his horse. Somebody rocking out with a horse. That's hot. Um, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with coming on the show. I'm definitely with it. Just email me or something. Email me if anything, and I'll get up with you ASAP, and I'll slide you my number. All right. Yeah, I love y'all. 747 24/7, 361 degrees. All right. Shout out to all the messiahs. Yeah, let's. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's the Messiah code 131 at gmail.com. But hit me up again. That way I know we'll link up. We'll make it happen. I'll come on your show and slay it. Give me a hot subject to talk about. I'll do a little bit of research on it and, you know, what type of direction or what type of aspect, from the Messiah code or how I see the codex is defined it. And I'll go at it. You can give me anything that you want. Now, if I don't know, I'm going to just say I don't know. Give me another subject. But if you give me a hot subject, I'm going to set fire on it. For real. Okay? But otherwise than that, 747 24/7, 361 degrees. Shout out to the Messiahs. Peace to the movement, wherever you are. I love y'all, man. Hold it up. Cool.